Welcome back to my channel Suno Kahani. So today we are going to read chapter 20 about Lallan sweets. So let's start. In a small town like ours, it was the scandal of the country. 75 years old Lalaji getting married to his childhood love, Kalavati, after both their spouses had died. Some people even suggested that the two had waited all their lives for their husband and wife to pass away. But it was the kind of gossip that contributed to a lot of jealousy. Most people were aghast on the outside, but wistfully thought to themselves, what a lucky bastard. And since Lalaji was loved by all in Siaka, I knew that this really would not last long. Sure enough, a couple of days after the news spread, people started coming to the house to offer their wishes and congratulations. Where the going got tough was with Lalaji's own children. When he told Rohit and Mohit and me, we were shocked initially, but of course delighted that he was going to live the rest of his life in love with someone. What could be more beautiful than that? But it was Pappu uncle and auntie as well as my own mother who found his decision audacious and inappropriate. They argued with Lalaji, saying, "It's not your grandchildren's age to get married. You had a good long run. Now is your time to settle in ashram, and you want to settle in the marital bed instead. What about the memories of our Amma?" Lalaji, however, still had enough authority to shut them up. "Your Amma died many years ago. Papu, don't pretend that you think about her every day. I love that woman and will think about her each day. But I deserve some companionship after all these years. Kalavati will be like your mother, and if you don't want to think of her like that, then don't. It does not matter. My grandchildren are better raised, clearly, and know what's important." Pappu uncle calmed down after a while, after he was mentioned glowingly in an article headline, "Beloved sweet seller finds love second times at 75." Business, of course, soared beyond measure as people come to hear Lalaji's stories as well as taste the famous sweet at his shop. Since none of us had actually found the magic ingredient, but all of us had done it well, it was decided that Rohit and Mohit and I would be equally responsible for the shop. After my wedding, I will be no longer put in the magic ingredient or oversee the production of the laddus. Taru will be in charge of that, Lalaji told us. I looked at him with narrowed eyes. Was I put the magic ingredient? She will also be in charge of marketing the laddus and expansion, he said. So all decisions about expansions, whether Lallan Sweets will become a bigger shop or a restaurant or whatever, she will take the final call in consultations with me, of course, as long as I am there. Huh? And my sons, Pappu uncle asked furiously. Rohit, Lalaji continued, will oversee sourcing and quality checks as well as production. Apart from the magic ingredient, Mohit will look at packaging, display, maintenance of the shop, and accounts with Tara's help. None of us wanted to argue with that. Now that the magic ingredient was known, or should I say left unknown, Mohit and I had to take the secret scarred oath to never ever reveal its secret. We performed an elaborate ceremony complete with an havan and chants and samagri being thrown into the fire. Then we went into another room, the four of us, where the priest waved peacock feathers over our heads, sprinkled holy waters on us, gave us a scarred coconut to swear on, and asked us to repeat some words after Lalaji. When I saw him close his eyes and say the prayers with dedication, the nagging doubts in my head took a backseat. I wanted to believe Lalaji when he said there was a magic ingredient. Just because you don't see something does not mean it ceases to exist. My mind went back to when we were in Bareilly and Niku insisted that he had seen the ghost. I saw what I saw, Taru. I also remembered Murthy's Devi's word. You think everything there is to know is already known. There are worlds and knowledge passed down from the generation to generation. There are crafts well hidden. You will never know what happens there because there are some things you will never know. Was that in there? Were we trying to acquire knowledge that was not meant for us? I thought about Lalaji, and now he had tried all his life. At the same time, I could not help but think that Lalaji perhaps was not the deceiver, but rather the deceived. What if his BB did not use a magic ingredient either? But Lalaji had said that as soon as he tasted, he knew. What if it was what he wanted to believe? If he was right about something, it was this: the value lies in the pursuit, the quest of it, rather than the answer itself. After all, had not the quest brought me and Nico together? Lalaji was most happy about Nico. Well, okay, maybe that was the second most happy sitting thing for me. thing for him because he was the happiest about marrying Kalavati. She was sweet, quiet, and looked adoringly at Lalaji. She would blush every time someone congratulated them. I could not believe that she had ever smuggled away a steel almirah from under Sarma auntie's nose. She took an instant liking to Rohit and Mohit and me when we presented her with a sari and necklace. Perhaps that was Lalaji's plan all along to build the bridge of friendship between us. I really am the luckiest man on the earth, Lalaji had remarked. I loved two women in my life and got married to both of them. How many people can say that, huh? Speaking of two loves, I finally had to face Sahil. The niggling thought of him had stayed with me the entire time. I wondered how I would break it to him, how I would tell him that I could not continue whatever we had any longer, that I had always loved Niku. I wanted to tell him I was truly very sorry about how everything had gone down, that I truly valued his company and wished the best for his musical career. Expect these words died in my throat when I met him because he apologized to me. He was moving to Delhi to be a DJ, he said. A hotel had liked his music and invited him to play at their club. And if he did not take this up, he would always regret it. I told him I understand and asked him excitedly if he would play at Gunguru. He said no, but added that one day he would. Somehow I believed him. I think I had learned to have a little more faith. How could I not learn from Sahil to keep believing in something that was perhaps the only way to live? Talking to our mechanic mechanic turned out to be more difficult. Niku and I went to him together. He had been visiting both our houses every day in our absence, asking about his car. When we told him that it had been stolen from us, he lost his mind and started shouting, telling us he would take revenge, that we had stolen the car from him and were now refusing to return it. Sambuji, come on, how in the world will we drive a sky blue Fiat in this town without you knowing about it? We really didn't steal it. I tried to explain, maybe not here, but I know you will drive it someplace else. We are not going anywhere else, Sambhu, Niku said. We are staying here in Siaka. I looked at Niku when he said that, even as he went on staring at Sambhu. Besides, you lied to us. It was not a Siaka car. It was stolen from Bareilly, wasn't it? You stole it from someone who had already stolen it, so you really didn't lose that much. Acha, who told you it's stolen for Bareilly? Nico and I stared at each other and laughed. Then Nico fished out the newspaper from his bag. Oh, the things we have heard, Sambhu. Tell me, isn't this your car? It's in the newspaper. Can you read it? Sambhu shook his head, staring at the newspaper. Nico guessed he could not read. They will it says that they will find who last stole this car and put him in jail because someone was murdered in this car. Do you understand what that means, Sambhu? You will be blamed for the murder. Sambhu calmed down in a bit at that, and we finally settled at giving him a box of mithai every week for the next 6 months. It was a lot, I had to admit, but I did feel bad that we had lost his car. After all, I was in charge now, and could afford this much. You said that we will be here in Siaka and that we are not going anywhere, I said to Niku as we walked back home. He looked at me and smiled that stupid grin of his. I mean it, but Niku, you don't have to. I mean, what will you do here? Because I seriously mean it. I will come to you wherever you are, visit you, whatever it takes. After all this, we can do anything, huh? I won't be the one to kill your dreams. I won't be killing your dreams. We will, huh? We can do anything, huh? I won't be the one to kill your dreams. I won't be killing your dreams. We will see. We will face in the next few days. I want us to be together. We will be together. He looked at me, his expression somber, and said, yes, but I mean together. I know what together means. I said, confused. I don't think you do. And then, after a pause, suddenly embarrassed, I saw him embrace himself. I want us to get married. My heart seemed to have stopped right where it was. I found it difficult to look at him, yet I could feel his anxious gaze upon me. I burst into a laughter eventually. Really, it took you so much effort to say it, though? It was not a lot of effort. I just wondered whether you might have some second thought about me and think that I am not reliable or something. But it's all I want, Tarataneja. If it is not obvious already. You waited all these years until I get my inheritance, right? Oh no, you saw it right through me. We walked hand in hand by Dima Lake, and I tried to remember the last time I had felt so much at peace. My heart was dancing, but we sat together quietly and watched the gentle soughs of the wind against the lake. A lane boat in the distance, and a few people down the path who were making stones skip on the water. I remembered my time at Sukuna Lake with Aman and the other thieves, and I realized that I still had not told Nico what had happened there. I dreaded telling him about the kiss with Aman, but I knew I had so I told him everything from the time I got down from the bus in Chandigarh. He listened quietly, and at the end I felt better for it. He was not happy about Aman, but he chose not to dwell on it. He was mad at how they had thrown me out of the car and handed me to the drugs, but he also laughed at the entire situation, especially at how I walked out of the police station. It felt as if that conversation had brought us closer. When it was dark, I drove the Nitik back with him sitting behind me. These days with you, they were some of the best days in the last few years, he said to me, hugging me around the waist. Just like when we were younger. I parked the Niatic and we walked around on our road, the same one where Niku had first extended his hand of friendship by fairly committing to protecting me from stray dogs. I held his hand. Now all our days will be together, Niku chuckled. Well then, maybe I'll have go to at Sabarwal Stationers here in Siaka. How bad can it be? Really? Of course not. I was joking. I can't possibly do Sabarwal Stationers. I squeezed his hand and was about to reply when I heard my name. Tara Taneja, I heard a voice call out and turned around. I could not believe it was him. All the way from Mathura, Vijay Mathur. Oh my god, what the hell are you doing here? He was not alone. There were at least five of his friends behind me, and the one of them actually held a hole. I looked at Niku, who was flabbergasted. He held on to me, but not protectively, rather as if he needed support. Neither of us could believe our eyes. Tarataneja, Vijay Mathur said, walking forward. I clutched Niku's arm in slight fear. I promised I would come for you, to ask for your hand in marriage from your grandfather, and here I am. See, I always do what I promise. I yelled so loudly that he was startled. What is wrong with you? I told you I am with Niku and I love him. I am going to marry him, not you. Do you understand? Vijay Mathur placed a hand on his heart as if I had just shot him with an arrow. We stood in silence for some time. When I opened my mouth again, he held up his hand. No, don't say anything, he said. I know you are saying that now, but you have not heard my offer. Your grandfather has not heard my offer. I will go tell him. Sukhi hit it. The guy with the doll started playing it as I put my hands on my face in the embarrassment. Niku finally unfroze and fell to the ground, laughing, throwing a look of disgust his way. I quickly followed the guys who had just walked into my house, led by Vijay Mathur. The dhol only grew louder as our neighbors popped their heads out, wondering what the celebration was about. Aye, Tara, are you getting married? A woman called out from across the road. I ignored her. My own mother rushed out to see what was going on, and obviously didn't know what to make of the scene. Nico on the ground laughing, me running behind, five men carrying a dhol, and Vijay Mathur leading the march. Inside the drawing room, Rohit and Mohit looked confused as Vijay Mathur removed his shoes and folded his hands in namaste and took a seat on the sofa. Uninvited, the dhol guy kept on playing until Vijay Mathur held up a hand again. I would like to speak to Lalaji, please, Vijay Mathur said professionally. Rohit and Mohit looked more confused than ever, glancing at me for answer. Listen, Vijay Mathur, I said. I appreciate your determination, but I already told you I am not interested. Lalaji, please, he responded, talking directly to Rohit and Mohit. Who are you and why are you here? Mohit asked. Myself, Vijay Mathur, he said. I was here, Tara's classmate in school. You don't remember me? We have met a few times. Anyway, I am here to ask for Tara's hand in marriage. Let me tell you what I own. We have 4 acres of land in UP and a shop in prime location in Mathura. We have 12 cows and a house with 5 bedrooms. Tara will need nothing if she is with us. Moreover, let me tell you, I ask for no dowry. I was aghast. The nerve of this man. I decided that enough was enough and decided to tell him that if he did not shut up and leave, I would call the police. To my complete and utter surprise, Rohit spoke up first. But can you not hear her? She said no. What the hell do you want to talk to Lalaji about? Vijay Mathur was shocked, but not more than me. I had never seen Rohit come to my defense. I was hoping to talk to Lalaji. As a as the elder, I am sure he takes the decision. We all take our own decisions, Mohit said flatly, especially Tara. I could have cried with joy but that whole guy decided that this was the moment to slave a bad situation and started playing again. I had to shut my ears to block out the loud beats. Niku entered, still grinning, and and sat next to Vijay Mathur, crossing his arms and watching the whole tamasha unfold. That whole guy kept on playing until Lalaji emerged, a dazed look on his face. Vijay Mathur raised a hand to make that whole guy stop and got up to touch Lalaji's feet. Instead of blessing him, Lalaji shot me a look of disdain. I stifled a giggle. Who the hell are you? He asked Vijay Mathur. Myself, Vijay Mathur, Lalaji. I used to live here with my Mamaji Guptaji. Guptaji, you know him? Tara and I were in the same school now. Lalaji looked at Niku, who tried to look serious but was clearly failing. But when Lalaji didn't say anything, obviously aggrieved by this uninvited gang entering his house, especially the whole guy, Vijay Mathur went on, I am here with the marriage proposal. Lalaji stared at him blankly. I am sorry, but I have already chosen my bride. I laughed as Vijay Mathur shook his head frantically. No, I am here for Tara. Lalaji looked at me. Seriously, who is this joker? Did you already speak to him? I did, but he said that he would only listen to you. Lalaji simply turned around and started walking away, Vijay Mathur yelling behind him. But I have 12 cows. What about you, Nikhil? Lalaji said. Don't you want to speak up at this point? Niku got up, serious, and then started singing. टमाटर जैसा लाल भेड़िए के बाल ही जस्ट वॉन्ट्स अ किस बट ही इज़ अ टाई फिश आई कुड सी लालाजी shaking with laughter. 3 months later, 3 months later, the wedding was supposed to be in small fair, but it turned out that nothing piqued the curiosity of the city more than the marriage of two people in their mid 70s. We even had people coming from across the city to congratulate the couple at Lallan Sweets. We worked doubly hard. A box of our special magic laddus prepared for all the guests. I avoided addressing Kalauti because I didn't know what to call her. When I saw Lalaji so happy and radiant, nothing else mattered. Bauji too come all the way from Delhi, and there was a joyous reunion. When he finally met Nikku, he surveyed him with the greatest strictness and asked him questions about his future. My mother constantly wished for my father to have been around to see this happy day. I missed him too and hoped he was happy wherever he was. Rohit and Mohit I had bond under the scarred oath. We didn't exactly see eye to eye on everything, but we had Lalaji as our mediator and consultant. Each day we worked better with each other, laughing about our adventures on the road. I noticed Rohit and Mohit to come into their own. They had refused to reveal the magic ingredient to Pappu uncle while he was hurt and felt betrayed. He finally understood it was not theirs to tell. He hadn't shared the journey. Nico demanded that since he had been part of the journey, he should know the magic ingredient. I explained to him that it did not work like that and that I had taken a scarred oath, so he kept trying to get the magic ingredient out of me by asking the most unexpected questions, hoping to catch me off guard. Taru, who is your favorite Hampa sister? Sweetie, she is the elder one, the middle one, and what's the magic ingredient? I looked at him, smiling and shaking my head. You try, I appreciate that. Niku sighed in disappointment and then tried another way to instigate me. Maybe you don't know the magic ingredient, that's why you can't tell me. Where is your Lalaji? Let's go find him. It will be nice to be around somebody who actually knows things. But I didn't give in, even though I was dying to tell him to let him know how warm he had gotten to the answer. He never fully gave up though. The day we went to watch Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, he said, as your future husband, I command you to tell me the magic ingredient. Nikku said while we waited outside the theater for the movie to begin. Oh, shut up, Nikku. What? I will be your husband and they say I am allowed to command. The only thing you will be commanding is your tongue to mind itself. Why are you planning to go back to Mathur? It's an option I would do well to consider. I'm sure it will be great fun to take care of the 12 cows. Later, all this quirkiness vanished when I saw him almost crying at the point when Amrish Puri let go of Kajal's hand and said, "Ja Simran ja, ji le apni zindagi." He tried to wipe off his eyes when the credits rolled and the lights come on, but it was too late. I laughed unprocessibly, contentment shone on his face as we exited. He was massively relieved to see Raj and Simran together in the end. I win the bet then, I told him. All around us were people who had just come out of the movie and could not stop talking about it. The vendors selling Bhutta and Budiya ke Bal were clearly having a fight day. Nico bowed, hands down. Shahrukh Khan is a superstar. You were absolutely right. I punched the air, delighted, but we never decided on the outcome of the bet. Maybe we can take another trip, he said, linking his arm with mine. But this time the quest will be for Shahrukh Khan. She occurred to Bombay in a stolen car, a dizzy couple encountering a crazy dhaba owner, a mysterious psych and thugs from Moonshine Mafia. Don't forget about the ghost in the Haveli, I added. The ghosts were real there. Of course they were. Say it like you mean it. I mean it. I'll show you the next time. I'm so excited about Bombay. How far is it anyway? We have to take some of our laddus for Saruk. सो गाइस यहाँ पे हमारी ये बुक ख़त्म होती है. इफ़ यू वांट टू रीड हर नेक्स्ट बुक विच इज़ वंस इन अ कर्फ्यू, so you can comment, I will provide you. But till then, I like this book. This is about the little bit of love, little bit of family problems, little bit of joy, happiness, everything is in this book. It's like a mini package of everything. So I like this book. If you also like this book, please comment and please review how you liked it and what is your favorite chapter and what is your favorite line. You can comment that also, or you can comment your favorite book. And please watch the whole series of this book, which is Lallan Sweets, and other book of Gunaho Ka Devta, that is also there in my channel. And there are other books and novels are also there, you can watch them. Till then, goodbye, thanks for watching. मिलते हैं next video में. Goodbye.